At this point, I don't even know what to say because it's getting out of hand. It's truly getting out of hand, but I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna learn. Welcome back, YouTube. It's your host, Rich GNT, and we're here to talk about a situation with ICE and a 5-year-old. So I'm gonna read through this, and then we're gonna watch a little bit of a video right here, and then we're gonna talk about it. All right, let's jump in. Video obtained by CBS News shows the moment ICE agents took 5-year-old Liam Ramos in Minneapolis. The boy was taken with his father while in their driveway after just arriving home from his preschool classroom. School officials say the child was used as bait to knock on the door and ask to be let in, letting officers see if anyone else was home. The Department of Homeland Security later said that the child was not targeted by ICE but was abandoned by his father. They said his father fled federal agents as they approached his vehicle, leaving the child. DHS said the father, whom they described as a legal alien from Ecuador, was later taken into custody as other ICE officers stayed with the child. Federal officials said on Thursday that the boy and his father are together at the Immigration Processing Center in Dilley, Texas. So there you have it right there, folks. You have one side on the left basically saying that, hey, look, they took this child, they used him as bait to try to draw out the father and everything like that. I even heard some cases of them trying to say that they were using the child to draw out the mother because they already had the father. Confusing story. Then you have on the right saying, hey, no, we tried to, pretty much apprehend the father, and he just abandoned the vehicle and left his kid there and everything like that. So two conflicting stories. And my thing is this: when I first heard this, I heard about this last night of me recording this video on the 23rd. My thing is this, right? I don't know if people have short attention spans. I don't know if people have short-term memory or what. But we've seen stuff like this happen 3 times before. We've had instances where mainstream media has pumped up a story saying, hey, look, ICE was doing this, ICE was doing that. And then we come to find out over time, when we take time to really figure out what's going on and listen to it, that wasn't the case, all right? Are we forgetting the situation where on TikTok everybody was doing the whole whack ass, oh my gosh, can't believe ICE is doing this video over the recording of that girl crying for her mother? Come to find out that came from a movie or a TV show. Are we forgetting that? Are we also forgetting the other instance, right, where there was an ICE raid in Chicago in an apartment, right, and they were circulating this picture around where it showed this little boy seemingly in handcuffs with his hands behind his back. And what were they saying? Oh yeah, they apprehended children, they zip tying children. Come to find out,
meanwhile, this is what's happening to black children in our neighborhoods.
Hey, so all right, so apparently my video yet going viral again, saying that ICE is detaining kids. So they're using that picture, which is my video, of me and my son playing cops and robbers. Literally, this is us. It's just crazy, like the link people will push shit in this lie on the internet, and I'm just lost for fucking words. But if y'all don't know, me, myself, and my son, we live in Texas. We don't live in Chicago. Me and my son playing cops and robbers. Got a whole series on my page. I'm trying to figure out why people lying to make it political. Don't fucking know, but it's sick as hell, and y'all need to find Jesus.
And the father even came out and said something about it. That was his original video from, I think, a year or so back, where he plays, a cop and then his son runs away and everything like that. Are we forgetting that? Are we forgetting a very similar situation where a 5-year-old seemingly was taken by ICE to use as bait? I can't remember where, but you know what? We're going to go over the article right now. A video obtained by Telemundo Nueva, Inglaterra, shows immigration and customs enforcement with a 5-year-old girl whose mother says is autistic, while agents attempt to arrest her father near their Massachusetts home. The video provided to Telemundo Nueva Inglaterra by the girl's mother depicts the girl sitting beside an SUV with 3 agents nearby outside her home in Leominster last Tuesday. Her father at the time was inside. The girl's mother told Telemundo, which is owned and operated by NBC Universal, the parent company of NBC News, that her husband called her while he was driving with their daughter shortly before the incident and told her he thought he was being followed. Now pay attention. Her husband, Edward Hip Meha, drove home and managed to run back into the parking lot of my house, she said, and her daughter, as a result, was left with the agents. They took my daughter. She's 5 years old. She has autism spectrum. The girl's mother is heard telling agents in the video, "Give me my daughter back." Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement that Meha ignored law enforcement emergency lights to pull over and drove back to his house. He fled from the car, gave officers the double middle finger, and darted inside his house. He abandoned his 5-year-old daughter in the car. Officers helped rescue the child and called local police to report the abandonment. So, and if I'm wrong, and maybe I don't know how to read, I don't know how to interpret things when I read it, but based off of what we just read here, and from what the mother has said, the wife of the man, he ran back inside the parking lot of the house, and as a result of him doing that, he didn't grab his daughter. The daughter was left with the agents. And seemingly, the lights that were going on for him, right, it wasn't even ice. That's how I'm interpreting. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm not above reproach. But we've seen this happen 3 times already when you have a bunch of people just saying, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. And then when you take a step back and sit back and listen, it's like, okay, wait a minute. There's more to this story. 3 times already. 2 of which I think are more manipulative because they try to make it seem like it was one thing when it wasn't. We have our politicians like Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett, hell, even AOC.
I think any step in the direction of reining in and cutting the funding of an agency that is attacking U.S. citizens, that are kidnapping 5-year-olds, that are using them as bait to open doors, and that are privately circulating that they can violate everyday Americans. And
they're putting all these ideas in people's heads. The fact of the matter is this, right? We do not know for sure because we were not there. And there's contention on both sides because you had the Department of Homeland Security saying, hey, look, that's not what happened at all. He did abandon his daughter. What I think we should do as people, sit back, wait and listen. I see nothing wrong with that. Because based off the fact that I don't have short-term memory, and I remember there was 3 other instances, and who knows, maybe even more, where the media pushed out a narrative, come to find out that wasn't the case. That's how I'm looking at it, because I saw this last night and I was like, I feel like there's more to this story. It's not just that. It's not just that. These people that empower these politicians, no matter the side that they are not your friends. They're here to stir up trouble, stir up drama, find ways to put themselves back into office repeatedly over years, career politicians and everything like that, to rake in more money. These mainstream media news outlets and everything like that, doing the exact same thing. I'm not saying that it wasn't the case that ICE did take this kid. I'm not saying that they didn't take the kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But based off of the past, where we saw 3 other instances, maybe even more, of them pushing out a narrative, come that wasn't true, I would like to reserve my judgment and say, okay, you know what? When I get more information, I'd like to know. Because even as I speak right now, there are people talking and speaking about how, hey, look, this is where the child actually is. You know, he's with his father and everything like that. I heard even stories about how they try to release the child back to his mother. The mother didn't want him. All I can do is tell you the things that I'm hearing right here, right now. And then you go forth and take it as you will. Because I tried looking into this, like, a lot. And everyone's saying the same thing. People on the left are saying, well, they took a kid and they used him as bait. People on the right are saying, that's not what happened. We tried to come for him and then he just abandoned his kid. My whole reason for doing this is that I need people to sit down, wait a minute, and just take time to think. Because I saw enough of my own people post this saying, look, this is why he's doing it. You voted for this, you voted for this. And it's like, I can't stress this enough. We saw this 3 times already when people were saying this was the narrative and then come to find out it was a lie. So I need people to just, excuse my language, shut the fuck up and listen. That's all. Well, you guys already know the drill. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Comment down below, tell me your thoughts. I'm not going to ask whether or not you believe this happened or you believe it didn't happen, because I already know people got their own preconceived notions. But what I am going to ask is that we take time to sit down and really look at the facts and pay attention. And instead of just hurry up and trying to make a video, make a post, or do whatever and just push whatever narrative out there, try to pay attention to what's going on. Try to look at what's going on, all right? Let's not feed into this, I have to call it a machine, where they have us at each other's throats, because does nothing for no one. I understand the tension in Minnesota is very, very high. It's very volatile, but doing all this extra shit that I've been seeing people doing, that ain't it. That ain't it. It's going to lead us nowhere. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.